Hello and welcome to the first of my build series on my new Tamiya TT-01 AMG Mercedes touring car. Today we'll be concentrating on parts bag A, steps 1 to 11, and we're going to get straight in with steps 1 and 2, basically adding the prop shaft. And for this we're going to need MA11 2x10mm shaft, RB1 plastic bearing, but I've replaced this for the 1150 steel bearings, GB2 one-off, the spur gear stopper, the 61 tooth spur gear GB5, and C5 the rear propeller joint. And it's quite tricky, I think, getting this right. We stick the bearing on, then we get hold of GB2, and there's a note here telling you the direction, and if you see on the diagram there's a little dot, corresponds to a hobble in the one side, and that has to be facing out, shall we say, so that goes like so. We then need the chassis itself, and you have to put the spur gear in place because with this rod sticking out here you can't actually get it past all of the other stuff when it's in place, which is why I say it's a bit tricky to do. And then you slide the pin through, and you need to try and keep it as central as possible, and then gently try and find the hole and slide it in, and then get the spur gear stopper and try to gently slot it into place like so, and then we can try pushing the stopper in place. And then again, if we look back at the diagram, it's telling you to grease the front face and the spur gear, and I'll do that in a minute, but before then we'll nip swiftly on to step 2, where we're going to need 2 MA5s 3x10mm countersunk tapping screws, and as you see here it's a light colour, or the colour of the paper, denoting that it's one of these silvery ones, because in the parts bag A there are some slightly longer ones that are the darker colour, so just make a note of that. We then need C4, which is the front propeller joint, the prop shaft itself, and then 2 posts B8 for the battery holder, and we'll do that in a bit. It's just screwing those in. Now it does say to grease the prop shaft dog bone ends, so I think I'll quickly do that and get back to you. Okay, so I've greased the prop shaft ready, and if again we look at this, I think what I'm going to do is pop the front joint in. Hopefully it might stay in with the grease I've applied. No bearing. That's awfully strange, but hey. And then we need to tilt this up, I believe, and slot that in like so, and there we have the prop shaft in, almost ready for the next step. These things I think only go in sort of one way or the other. Yeah, they are keyed, so they only go in one way, so that the hole for the R-clip is pointing that way like so. So I'll stick them in, and we can move on to step 3, adding the motor. Steps 3 and 4 are mounting the pinion gear and the motor mount plate, and then actually mounting the motor into the chassis. And for step 3 we're going to need 2 off of MA6, which are 3x6mm screws, 1 off of MA7, which is a 3x3 grub screw, and the 19 tooth pinion gear MA12, and then 1 MA16, which is a motor plate, which is a heat sink, stops dust and stuff getting into the gearbox and things. And then on the plastic sides we're going to need D3, the actual motor mount itself, and we'll get cracking. I've already installed the grub screw. There's a note here telling you the gap between the motor and the end of the pinion gear should be 15mm, but looking at this in here, once you slot the motor in, you should be able to manually line up the pinion gear with the spur gear. So I'm just going to put it in place roughly for now. He says if he can find his Allen key, just gently tighten it up so it doesn't fall off. And for this I'm just going to push this motor plate thing over because it's quite a tight fit, and then ease it round so that the screw holes line up. And then, as I said earlier, we've got the 19 tooth pinion gear here, and if you look at this diagram in step 4, it says for the 19 tooth you use the top and bottom mount holes, so that will go like that, and then we screw the screws in and we're ready for step 4. So I'll just knock that up quickly for you. While I've been gone, I've gone round and greased up some parts. So I've done the prop shaft and the whatever it's called, spur gear stopper. So we can now fit the motor. As you can see, I've greased that as well. And for this step 4, we're just going to need 4 off of MA3, which are 3x10mm tapping screws. And then on the plastic part side, we're going to need part, he says cannot get him pick it up, D10, which is basically the cover for both the spur gear and the motor gear. And like I say, I've not tightened my pinion gear up just yet, so we simply, I've also greased all around the D10 and in the bottom here just with ordinary grease, because I'm not sure if I'll take this off-road just yet. I think I'll have a look, see if I can get any more ride height or something, but hey, so we should just simply slot that in. He says if he adjusts the pinion gear so that it slides on a bit more. There we go. That's it, that's in, lovely. Now as you can see then, we can hopefully adjust the pinion gear so it's just about level. In fact, it's come out, there we go, somewhere there, nice and tight. and then it's just a case of popping this on, checking the orientation so that it fits over. And your screws out the way, and a bit of excess grease out the way, and then putting the 4 screws in, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll be back for step 5. Step 5 is building the rear diff, and for this we're going to need 3 MA8s, which are 2x8mm tapping screws, 1 MA13 star shaft, 2 MA14s, which are large bevel gears, and 3 MA15s, which are small bevel gears. We've got GB3, which is the plastic parts, which is the gear case, and then we've got GB4, which is the rear ring gear, as they're calling it. And step 5 shows you greasing all the parts up, but what I've done is I've used this little product here, which is Tamiya's anti-wear grease, so you can probably hardly see because it's a silver colour, and I've already put the small bevel gears onto the star shaft, and that should, he says, simply slot in like so and locate. And then we take the larger bevel gear, we've already got one in there, and we pop that in and locate that. And then we get a bit more of this anti-wear grease, which is really thick and tacky. And put it round there. As you can see, it's that thick it pulls the gear off. I'll stick a bit around the edge here. It's always good for sealing as well because it's that tacky. And then we just need to locate this, what do they call it, ring gear, with these 3 prongs go in the 3 holes like that, and then it's just a case of screwing the 3 screws in. That's about it for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed watching and look forward to seeing you on the next one, which will be the second half of Parts Bag A. Thanks for watching. Bye.